Hi everyone, welcome to our second video in our series of bringing yoga from our home to yours, sponsored by the Smyrna School District and promoting health and wellness. So today I am Jill, and here with me are my children, Kaylee and Carson. So this month we decided to do two videos. There will be one that is focused for secondary students, and there will be one that is focused for elementary students. So really you could do either one of those, but that might help guide you a little bit more. I do urge for families to join in, and we will have two partner poses again that you are welcome to do with a partner, but I will also offer individual poses during those times. So I just want to remind everyone of the benefits of yoga. It is a great practice to promote strength and balance, mobility, and flexibility. But it also, with our breathing exercises and meditation, helps with grounding and mindfulness. It's also a great supplement to athletic events that you might do. So if you are an athlete for school, this is something great to do as a supplement. We're going to be starting today with the breathing exercise. So you need to come to a comfortable seat, which you can be crisscross if that is comfortable to you. I'm going to be sitting on a block to help keep my spine straight. You could also sit on your knees or on a chair if that's more comfortable to you. So go ahead and settle into your spot. Straighten your spine. Rest your hands comfortably and close over your eyes. Today we're starting a breathing exercise that is called square breathing. And it is something that you will be able to visualize a square in your mind and follow the breathing pattern along with the square. So let's begin by bringing your belly, or your one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Take a big breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Now keep your hands right where they are and blink your eyes open for just a moment to help with the visualization. So the way that square breathing works is you're going to inhale when you visualize going up the square. You're going to hold your breath going across, exhale going down, and then hold your breath going across. We'll do that to counts of 4 for each part. Again, close over your eyes, or no, actually, I'm sorry, leave your eyes open so that you can see it the first time. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Inhale through your nose, going up, 2, 3, 4. Hold across the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release. And you're going to try that on your own this next time. If you need to lengthen the breaths or shorten the counting for your body, that is okay too. Remember, when we're breathing, we're trying to get a full breath and fill up our belly. So go ahead and close over your eyes. Sit up nice and straight. Let's start again by taking a big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Close over your eyes. Now inhale through the nose, visualize going up the square. Hold going across the square. Exhale going down. Hold going across. Inhale up. Hold across. Exhale down. Hold across. Now let's continue that a couple times on our own. Now let's blink our eyes open. Breathing exercises are so important to help us feel grounded in the moment, and they help us in times when we are off of our yoga mat to be able to help to calm our nervous system down when we're in situations where we might be frustrated or anxious or angry. You can use some of those breathing techniques to help get you back in a good, positive place. Let's go ahead and begin in a tabletop position. So come back on your mat. Shoulders are stacked over top of your wrist. Hips are stacked over knees. Have a flat back and your neck is neutral. So try whenever you can to not look at the camera so that you aren't aggravating your neck. Now, anytime that we are on our wrists, so in tabletop or in down dog, if your wrist is hurting you, really try to spread your fingers wide and grip the mat with your fingertips. So you're taking the pressure off of your wrist. So we'll go ahead and start with some cat-cows in this position. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, arch your back, drop your head. Inhale, reverse to cow. Exhale, arch. Inhale, cow. Exhale, arch to cat. Come to a neutral spine. Now curl your toes under and lift your tailbone up for our first downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, you are in a triangle shape. Try to release any tension that you're holding in your shoulders. And we're trying to bring our heels down to the mat as we move forward in the practice. So let's start by taking some pedals. So bend one knee deeply and try to bring the opposite heel down. Then go ahead and do the other leg. Should feel a nice stretch on your calf muscles doing this. And then walk your feet slowly to the top of the mat. Stay in a forward fold. Take a nice deep bend to your knees. Allow your belly to hang over your legs. You can allow your hands to just hang, or you can clasp opposite elbows with your hands. This is ragdoll. This is a great stretch for your hamstrings, the back of your legs, also for your back, and will help to release some tension and stress in your shoulders and your neck. So go ahead and shake your head yes and no. And then release your hands, and we'll slowly rise up to a standing position. Let's settle into mountain. So you can bring your big toes to touch, or your feet can be 1 or 2 inches apart, your preference. Lift your kneecaps up so that your legs are engaged. Drop your shoulders down and back. Hands are strong by your sides. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down and back. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down and back. Inhale, hands come all the way up to tall mountain. Hands touch. And then exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. You can bring your hands to your shins or they can fly by your sides for this part. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and you should feel lengthening on the back of your hamstrings. Release hands down and step your right foot long behind you. We're in a low runner's lunge here. Fingertips can pop up off of the mat. Heart comes up 1 or 2 inches. Warm up those big muscles in our left leg before we start to stretch them. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Drop your back knee, flip your back foot. Hands come all the way up by your ears and settle down into our modified crescent lunge. Sink down in that front leg. Should feel a nice stretch in both hip flexors. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands surround that front foot. Curl the back toes under, lift that back knee and step up to meet the front foot. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come down. This time step your left leg long behind you. Low runner's lunge on this side. Fingertips pop up on the mat. Heart comes up 1 or 2 inches. Warm up those big leg muscles in the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Drop your back knee, flip the back foot. Arms come up by your ears, modified crescent lunge. Sink down on this side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands down to surround your foot. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, step up to the front of your foot. Let's bring our arms wide, come all the way up to a standing position. Tall mountain, hands touch. Take a baby back bend if that feels good. Let's go through a sun salutation. Hands come through heart center. Forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, hands come down, step your feet back, high plank. If high plank is a little bit too challenging for you, you can always bring your knees down to the mat as well. In high plank, wrists are stacked underneath your shoulders, trying to get a flat back. Inhale, exhale, drop your knees, flip your feet so the tops of your feet are pressing down. Squeeze your elbows into the sides of your ribs. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Now pressing down on the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps up off of the mat. Hands stay where they are, stacked underneath your shoulders. And let's push up, baby cobra. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale. Exhale, let's push all the way up to a full cobra. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, push through tabletop. Curl your toes under. Come up to down dog. Pedal your feet out one more time. And then step your feet up to the front of the mat. Let's open the arms up wide. Come all the way up to a standing position. Take a baby back bend. Come up to standing, and this time we're going to sit our seats down into chair. Pretend that there is a chair behind you. You're trying to sit down on it. In chair, you can have your legs squeezing together, or you can have them spread out a couple inches. It's your choice. Look down, make sure you can see your knees. You can have your hands at heart center, or you can bring your hands up by your ears. Again, this is a great exercise for the strengthening in those big leg muscles. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Shake your legs out. Now, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. On this next one, we're going to step or hop our feet to the back of the mat. High plank. 2 breaths in high plank. Now to come down, you can drop down on your knees like we just did, or you can come forward over your wrist just a little bit and take chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows together and slowly lower down to a low push-up, and then inhale up to cobra. Exhale, curl your toes, push back, down dog. Inhale, float the right leg up behind you. On an exhale, step the foot all the way through to the front of the mat. Now, you may not be able to get it there in one step, and that's okay. You can take 2 or 3 or pick it up and put it down. Now, rotate your back foot so the heel comes down. At a 45-degree angle, your toes are pointing out. So if you take a look at your heels, the front heel and the back heel should be in one line. Now, once your feet are ready, you can come all the way up, warrior 1. Sink down into that front leg. Your knee should be right over top of your ankle. Take your hands down to your hips. Twist your hips so they're facing the front of the room. Shoulders are squared off. Arms come up by your ears. This is warrior 1. Inhale, exhale, peel open, warrior 2. For warrior 2, your back foot is now parallel to the back of the mat. Front knee is still bent, trying to get it to be at a 90-degree angle or as close to that as possible. Arms are out, the front and back. Gaze goes out over the front hand. Hips are now squared off to the side of the room for warrior 2. If you look down at your toes and you see that your knee is caving in, really use those inner thigh muscles and rotate back out so you're stacked over top of your ankle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Now we're going to go down into triangle so you can bring your right hand down to your knee, to your shin, to your ankle, or down to the mat. Left arm comes up to the sky, gaze goes up to that left hand. Rotate to the front, hands surround that front foot. Rotate the back foot so you come up on your toes, and then step the front foot back to meet the back. High plank. 2 breaths. Activate the core. Inhale, exhale, push back, down dog. Adjust your feet so that you are in a triangle position. You're trying to bring those heels down. Separate your feet so that they are hip distance apart. Inhale, float the left leg up behind you. On an exhale, step the left foot through to the front of the mat. Rotate your back foot so the heel comes down. Toes are pointing out at a 45-degree angle. Check out your heels. You should have a straight line from one heel back to the back heel. If you feel balanced, come all the way up. Warrior 1 on this side. Sink down on the left leg. Hips are squared off. Shoulders are squared off. If this is too much for your arms, you can also bring them down to goddess or goalpost arms. Inhale, exhale, peel open, warrior 2. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Front knee is bent, 90-degree angle. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Now straighten that front leg, and then we'll make our way down toward the mat. Hand can come to your shin, down to your ankle, or to the inside of that left foot. Rotate open, right arm comes up to the sky. Gaze goes up to that right hand if that feels okay for your neck. Hands come down, surround that front foot, bend the front knee slightly, rotate the back foot so you come up on your toes and step up to meet the front. And arms come wide, come all the way up to a standing position and sit down for one more chair. And forward fold, shake those legs out, and then slowly come up to a standing position. We're moving into our balance poses. So last month we worked on tree, which was here, or up high tree. So you can do tree again if that feels comfortable. If you'd like to do another balance pose, we're going to do dancer today. So if you would like to try dancer, inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right foot kicks into the right hand. Try to take hold of the inside of your right foot. Kick your foot into your hand. As you are doing that, it will automatically start to bring you forward. Now bring your gaze to something that is not moving to help with your balance. If you come out of the pose, that's no big deal. Just try it again. And with control, release the right leg down. Shake your legs out before we move into the next posture. So again, for this one, we're going to ground down on our right foot. If you're more comfortable taking tree, you can take tree on this side. If you would like to try back dancer, inhale, hands come up. Exhale, step the right foot forward, kick the left foot into the left hand. Bring your left hand to the inside of that left foot. Now kick the foot into your hand to help rise you up in the back and come forward in the front. Bring your gaze to something that is not moving, so don't look at the screen. If you come out of the pose, it's no big deal. Just reset up and slowly lower that leg down. We'll move into some back bends now. So come down to a seated position. And in gymnastics versus yoga, a back bend means something slightly different. So I'll show you what a back bend is in yoga, and then we'll do wheel if you would like to choose to do that. So lay all the way down, keeping your knees up to the sky. Walk your feet back towards your body, trying to get your heels as close in as you can. Hands are down by your sides, palms are pressing into the mat. Inhale, exhale, lift your hips up, trying to get your hips as high as you can, using those back muscles, tightening your core, and slowly release. Just take a little break there. Now for this next one, you can do a second bridge just like we did, but trying to come a little bit higher. Or if you would like to take wheel, I will cue you into that. And that's more of what a gymnastics back bend is. So if you want to try to take wheel, you set your feet up the same way, walk those heels in towards your back, bring your hands so that fingertips are pointing towards your shoulder, palms are on the mat by your ears. If you feel ready to try this, you can push up, getting onto your head to start with, and then push all the way up. Nice job. You can also do another bridge, lifting your hips, trying to get a little higher this time. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Let's crisscross our ankles and rock front to back. And then when you have enough momentum, come all the way up to a seated position. We're moving into some core work and some seated stretches. So to start with, bring your hands behind your back. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Your heart is shining. So when we move into boat, you really want to try to keep this alignment the same rather than hunching over. So from here, rock back on your tailbone and legs come up so that your calves and your shins are parallel to the mat. You can support your legs by holding onto the back, or you can have your arms out long by the sides. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Shine your heart. Breathe. Inhale. And crisscross, come to a seated position. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down to the right side. Left arm stays up, gaze comes up to the left hand. Really open up your left side body. Inhale, hands come up to the sky, lengthen. And then left arm comes down, right arm stays up to the sky, gaze goes up to that right arm if that feels okay for your neck. Opening up the right side. And arms come back up, reach long, straight in the spine. And we're gonna rock back for our second boat. So in this second boat, you can leave your legs the way we had them the first time. If you would like to try to straighten your legs for a full boat, you can do that. Really try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more breath. Inhale, exhale, crisscross, come to a seated position. We'll do a seated spinal twist. Inhale, hands come up, reach nice and tall. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand comes behind. Take a twist over your right shoulder, looking back. Try to have a nice tall spine. Inhale, come back to center, reach your arms up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind. Take a twist over to the left side. Now for this last boat, keep holding this pose for just a moment longer. This is a partner pose. So for the third boat, if you have a partner to do this with, you can. If you don't, you can take another boat the way we just did. So inhale, come back to center, lengthen, and then hands come down. So if you do have a partner, you can face your partner. And if you start out with your knees bent, the way that they have them, hands behind to support you. Back is nice and tall and chest is out. So if you are able to, bring your feet up so the bottoms of your feet are touching. You can stay here with your legs bent in boat the way we had it, bent, or you can bring your legs straight. And then if you are able to bring your arms to the inside to hold your partner's hands, we can do that. If you are by yourself, try to do another boat. And release. Slowly and carefully come out of that position and then come back onto your mat into a seated position. We'll do 2 hip openers here. So starting just in an easy seat, a crisscross, going to bring our right leg up and do something called cradle the baby. So your right foot is going to sit on the inside of that left elbow, and then the right arm comes around. And so then you can kind of move the leg around like you're rocking a baby, and it opens up the hip. If this is not accessible to you, you can also have your leg like this, holding your knee, or you can bring your leg in front, and those are all good hip openers. Inhale, exhale, release. Let's bring the right foot stacked up on top of the left. So let's talk about this first. Left leg, you are trying to get it as close to parallel as possible to the front of the mat. That may not be possible, and it might be closer to your inner thigh, and that's okay too. So flex that left foot. Right foot is stacked on top of the left knee. Flex your right foot to protect your right knee. We're trying to get our legs so that they're stacked one on top of each other like a log, but if there's some space in there, that's okay. Lengthen through your spine, and then with your right hand, slowly and carefully try to press down on that right knee to try to lower it down just a little bit. And slowly release out of that position. So now bring your right foot into your inner thigh, and we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So we'll hook our left leg into our right elbow, and then left elbow comes around to cradle your left knee. You can take some movement if that feels good, or you can just hold it still. It's up to you. Getting a nice, good hip opener on your left side. And I should have reminded you at the beginning of class, if you like to listen to music during yoga, you can play some calming music or some nature sounds, or you can play your favorite playlist. It doesn't matter. But whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable and have some fun. Now let's set this foot down on top of the right. So set your right leg up so you're as close to parallel as you can. And then left foot stacks on top of right knee. Take a nice flex foot on both of your feet here to protect your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Left hand comes to the left knee, and you're trying to just gently push on the knee on your exhales, trying to open that left hip a little bit more. Slowly release the leg. And as we're coming to our closing, we have a few forward folds. Let's bring our legs out long in front of us. We'll do this one first, forward fold from a staff position. And then the second one is a straddle that you can do with a partner. So start by bringing your hands behind you, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Now, everybody's going to look a little bit different in this, and that is totally okay. If your hamstrings are tight and your knees are bent, that is totally fine. If you are able to start folding at your hips and coming forward, you can walk your hands forward on the mat. Again, if your knees are bent, that is okay. Trying to reach as far as you can. And then once you've gotten there, you might be holding on to your calves, your ankles, or the bottoms of your feet. And then fold down, trying to bring your nose toward your knees. slowly come to a seated position. And for this next one, we are doing a straddle. If you have a partner, you're going to face your partner in a straddle position, which is like you're taking a V. Try to bring your feet so that they are touching. Straighten through your back. And then we'll start. Carson is going to take Kaylee's hands and bring Kaylee toward him to try to pull her into a deeper stretch. And then you can come back up and do the opposite. If you are by yourself, you can come to a straddle position, set yourself up so that your knees and toes are facing up, and you can bend forward on your own. Slowly release out of the straddle position, and we are going to end with a brief visualization meditation. So again, I'm going to use a block to just make it a little bit more comfortable. You can sit on your knees, or you can sit on a block, or you can take crisscross. If you're able to do half lotus, you can do half lotus by bringing one leg inside of your other. So just get in a comfortable position. Sit with your spine nice and tall. Hands are gently resting on your knees. And we're doing a visualization. So you can do this by looking at the flame that I have here, or you can close over your eyes and imagine a flame flickering. So if you have your eyes closed, imagine a candle, whatever your favorite scent is or your favorite color. Light the candle. You see the nice, bright, yellowish orange flame. Bring your attention to the flickering, just a gentle flicker back and forth. And imagine there is a little bit of a breeze that blows into the room, and the flame flickers a little bit more strongly back and forth. And then it comes back to settle in just a gentle flame. Really try to bring your attention to the flame. Allow the flame to bring warmth and peace through your whole body. And now, if you are visualizing this on your own, you can blow the flame out. You can blink your eyes open. A visualization meditation like that is very simple to do. You can do it anywhere, at any time, and it will hopefully bring you some immediate peace. Inhale, hands come up above. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. If you would like to bow your head toward your fingertips in a symbol of gratitude, you may do that. Thank you so much for everyone joining us for yoga today. I hope you enjoyed it. May the light in me honor the light in each of you and each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your February.